Hi everyone, this is day 19. I'm getting a little ahead of myself because I was thinking to myself how exciting it is that it's already day 19 of my 30 days to my leap of faith because it is day 19. That means I've gone through 19 days and I have 11 more. But I think it might actually be maybe like a couple days less than 30 days because 30 days was just meaning the end of the month, but I do believe that I will be at least driving away, probably maybe, I don't know which day, hopefully day 29 or something. But it's still like 30 days. But today I am so excited because it just goes to show that, time moves on, time marches on regardless of what is going on in our lives, regardless of how we are fearful or how we worry about things. Things just continue to move forward. And so by learning how to be with your fears, by learning how to be with your worries and your anxieties, or learning to be with mine, I'm learning to be present and learning how to be able to hold space for everything so I can also hold space for all the good stuff. Because when I get freaked out and I contract and shrink back away from the, perceived potential failure or potential harm or potential unsafe whatever, I'm also holding back on the good stuff. And that was kind of what I experienced today. I actually, today I was supposed to babysit, I was supposed to take care of the newborn, but the woman whose baby it is, her sister went into labor last night. So she's going to have a new niece or nephew, or if she doesn't have one already, which is exciting. So her husband took the day off, and so I didn't have to babysit today. So I was able to get going on my packing process, which means first sorting through everything and getting rid of stuff that I don't need. And this time it's a little bit more intense than it has been in the past because it's different if I was just moving to a different apartment rather than like relocating, you know, downsizing, and then I don't know really what's going to happen. So it felt really good to go through old papers, to go through old notebooks. I've been through a semester and a half of school and I don't even need all of that stuff. Like, I don't need all those books. I don't need all those notes. And it's just stuff that I've been carrying with me. It actually kind of went along with what I talked about last night, which was about unpacking and sorting through old emotional stuff. And today I actually unpacked and sorted literal old stuff, like just random paperwork things that I had from classes I took 5 years ago, that I thought I might need, I might want. If I haven't used it at this point, I'm not going to use it. And even if I wanted it, I'm sure it's just not worth carrying with me. So I had this huge paper bag, like one of those grocery paper bags filled with papers that I don't need, and it's kind of heavy to have that filled with paper. And that's what I had been carrying with me. And that's just my paperwork. So I also have a few bags filled with clothes, for one, nicer clothes, and for two, like, stuff that has holes or is stained or something. And I have some shoes to give away, and I'm going to have books to sell and give away. So it just feels really good. It feels very cleansing to go through my stuff and get rid of it because clutter does not feel good, and to carry, just like I said last night, you don't want to carry around emotional stuff because then it's like it blocks the energy flow. And so for me, it was like this fear of giving something up in case I needed it. And the thing is like, I'd rather not have it and not worry about it and not be afraid. I don't want to do or keep anything because of fear. And it's annoying to have to carry all of this stuff. And it's stuff that I didn't want to have to look at or let go of. And it's the same thing with emotional stuff. I didn't want to have to look at or let go of like old fears or limiting belief systems, like my fear of trusting people and asking for help. Well, that would have been pretty easy for me to not pay attention to and to just never ask for help and never progress very much. But now I've really had to look at that and I've had to start asking people for help. And so I'm starting to get help, and it's actually getting me to trust people more. It's getting me to trust the universe more. It's getting me to put myself out there more. And it's, just really kind of comes back to me in many, many ways. And today, a big thing that I realized was that I really, at this point in my process, I have to start redefining a lot of terms. I have to start redefining success. I have to start redefining joy and happiness. I have to redefine a failure. I have to redefine what a good day is. I have to redefine beauty. I have to redefine worth and value and excitement and my dreams. And I need to redefine them because right now and in the past, they've been defined through what other people told me and how I saw my family and how I saw the world as I was growing up and what I was told and what I was modeled and what I see in the world around me now. And I need to redefine it to be based on what works for me in my life and what is coming from my heart and my soul. Because if I continue to base my worth in whether or not I'm successful on someone else's definition, I'm always going to come up short and I'm always going to feel bad about myself. But if I have my own definition of what success means, based on what feels good and what feels really happy and healthy and fulfilling, I'm going to feel really good about myself most of the time. And then what else will I be capable of? It's like when I feel good about myself, I feel capable. I talk to people more. I tell them about my work. I'm more present with people. I'm just happier and a bigger contribution. And I'm able to share myself with the world. More opportunities come. Like yesterday, I was feeling more successful. So when I was at my internship, I was talking about my work with a couple of therapists and who were really open to it. And it felt really great to connect that way and feel, like professionally, there could be some future growth there, not with these therapists necessarily, but therapists in the future to collaborate about clients, because I do the intuitive work to help, in a certain way. And also, then today I got a phone call, connecting me with another intuitive coach in LA. So it was because I felt good about myself. I talked about my work, and then I am now making these connections with people. It just feels really good. And today also, like, I could have easily felt really bad about myself because today I didn't really accomplish, I didn't babysit, I didn't go to a job. So according to my old definitions, that was a useless, wasted day. But what I did do is, I'm looking over here because that's where all this stuff is on the floor. I'm not going to show you, but there's all these boxes and papers and stuff everywhere because, whatever, I'll show you. Okay. See all of that? That is the remnants of what I did today. So you can see that I did laundry. I went through papers. Like it felt really good. Like that was actually probably the part that was bothering me the most. Like the clothes and the shoes and the food and the books I can deal with. But it was these old papers that I was attached to. I don't know, it was like I took this writing class in 2011 and I still had all the papers from that. That's like, wow, that's 3 years ago. And I've been carrying these papers with me, not using them, not looking at them, mind you, just carrying them with me. And I was really not wanting to do that because that was like the last little bit. Because I've moved so many times over the past 8 months. I've really gone through just about everything else and chucked what I really don't need. And this was like the last thing. I mean, there are a couple boxes of CDs and stuff that I need to get rid of, but in terms of like other stuff, like this was really the thing that was bothering me the most, and it was the first thing I did, and I did it. So I feel really successful, like that was amazing. And the goal wasn't to be like an Olympic gold medalist today. The goal was to go through my papers, and I did that. And I went on a really long walk, a hike, and I felt really good. And I took myself out to dinner and walked around a bookstore and found a bookstore where I can sell my books and to people that are, going to be really interested in like the kind of stuff, if you're anyone who knows North Berkeley, it's very much a very spiritual, very conscious area. And so people are going to really appreciate my spiritual books. And they're desirable, like that bookstore is going to want them. because I have a lot of books that I just have not read. I have a lot of books I've been carrying with me for years and I just haven't read them. So it's really time to like let go of old stuff, and it's time to redefine what success is. And to me, the goal isn't to have a perfect move that's going to be super easy and that everything's going to be like sunshine and rainbows and it's going to be like no effort. No, the goal is to go through my stuff, to get rid of the stuff I don't need, to pack it away. And it's not for it to be easy, but it's for me to actually do it. And to do it even though I've been feeling so stressed out and so fearful, to just continue doing what I need to do and keep following my heart. And that's what I'm doing. I almost feel like I'm trying too hard right now to come up with a moral of this story, but basically it's like today I started feeling really anxious and really, I don't do well if I'm sitting at home by myself too long. And I was also really successful because I didn't sit here and make myself do it for 8 hours in a row. Like I did it for a while, I did it for a few hours, and then I went on a walk and then I left. I took care of myself. I didn't force myself to do it until I was miserable. I did it until I was done with those papers and the boxes that I went through. And I still have like a week and a half. I still have time to do the rest of it. It's not going to take all that long. But I was present with myself. I listened to myself. I stayed in my heart. I advocated for myself to myself, like it was really interesting today to be able to be in the space of like, oh, I'm starting to get anxious. What is my need that I need to meet right now? And I did that. And I didn't allow myself to judge myself around it. So for you, I guess that's a good question that you can ask yourself is, how can you redefine success for yourself? How can you redefine your day or redefine the way that you spend your day so that you feel good about yourself? And that way you can focus on, it's just like a little kid. A little kid wants to be encouraged, wants to feel successful, doesn't always want to feel like they're doing everything wrong all the time. And that's kind of the same thing in this process. It's like this takes a lot of courage, this takes a lot of strength, a lot of energy. And it's really how can you best support yourself during this process? That's the most incredible part of it. And learning to really be there for yourself, just as I've learned to really be there for myself and to, have boundaries and to do these videos no matter what and to show up for myself no matter what and to have to learn how to be compassionate and loving with myself. And it's not easy. So that is my definition of success, is to be loving and compassionate and present with myself and to meet my needs in whatever way that is. And to do little by little every day and not to push myself. I don't want to push myself. I want to take really good care of myself. If I, take really good care of myself every day and do my best for that and do a little bit for the move every day, that is incredible. Like I am successful. I am amazing. I've accomplished a lot. And I'm really, really excited about that becoming my new definition, because that will help me feel good about myself and build self-esteem, build self acceptance, all of that good stuff. So that is day 19, Tune in tomorrow, day 20. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Angel blessings.